This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, thrilling action from games all around the Bay Area. We have Marin Catholic facing Oakland Power McClimans. Freedom takes on Foothill, and Leland meets rival Pioneer.
Amazing girls volleyball with Midi and St. Ignatius, water polo with Menlo and Sacred Heart Prep boys and girls, and the story of the Sacred Heart Cathedral player overcoming a rare muscle ailment to play this season. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight with two of the Bay Area's very best teams. The Pittsburgh Pirates are coming off an impressive win with the running back Charles Brown Jr., a nice compliment to star quarterback Jaden Rashada.
Yeah, they are both really good. The Pirates facing a strong Wilcox team. The Chargers led by talented running back Luther Glenn. But Wilcox throwing the ball quite a bit this season. The Chargers hosting Pitt Friday night. The Snack Shack volunteers doing great work for the Wilcox football program and with a smile. In our Invisalign Bright Smile Award this week, Wilcox on the board first. A long drive ending with this scamper into the end zone by Andrew Palacios, 7-0 Chargers. Pitt comes right back. This is Charles Brown Jr. and CB takes it 32 yards to even the score at 7-all. Next, Wilcox drive ends with this 1-yard Luther Glenn touchdown, 13-7 Wilcox. A beautiful play here by the Pirates as Jaden Rashada drops back and fires a perfect ball to Rasheed Williams, who makes the grab and gets a foot down. A great play by two great players, 14-13 Pitt. More Pitt as Rashada throws to Brown, and look at that catch by Brown going way up and keeping his balance, 34 yards, and Pitt takes a 21-13 lead. Up 24-13 in the third, the Pirates driving again. Rashad throwing to Kamani Blakeney down to the 35-yard line. Same drive to start the fourth. It's Blakeney and the Wildcat taking it in. Pitt has a 31-13 lead. But the Chargers fight back, and Luther Glenn was a big reason why. Luther takes the ensuing kickoff at the 5, turns on the Jets, breaks a tackle, and Luther is gone. 90 yards, and the score is now 31-20. Wilcox driving late, but the pass is picked by Zach Card to end that threat. Wilcox gets a stop, and then Armand Johnson fires deep, and there to make the catch is one race guy. It's 31-26, but that was it as Pittsburgh holds on to win it. 31-26 was the final. Big games for Rashada, Brown, and Blakeney.
Courtney Tate and San Ramon as the Mount Diablo Red Devils on the road visiting Dougherty Valley. Wildcats heating up in the first. Austin Spears off the handoff, takes off towards the goal line, carries it all the way home. Wildcats up 7-0. Dougherty Valley still hot this time. Arian Gore gets loose in the backfield. Arian's headed home, 52-yard touchdown to put the Wildcats up 14-0. Mount Diablo trying to get on the board before the buzzer, and it's D'Antonio Jerome launching a 65-yard rocket to Willie Ward, and Willie takes it all the way past the goal line, scores 14-6 Wildcats. Second quarter, Dougherty Valley with a hot start. Arian Gore finding a hole, making some nice moves to get open, and he takes off up the sideline. Huge gain before he's finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And the Wildcats look to convert. Who better to complete the drive than Gore? Arian punches it home to make the score 27-14. The Red Devils fighting back. D'Angelo Jerome muscling his way past the goal line, scores 28-22 at the half. Third quarter, Dougherty Valley with a swelling lead. Austin Spears off the handoff, cutting right up the middle, rolls in the end zone. Wildcats up 41-22. Now late in the third, time expiring on the clock. Kimball Kuaia on the kickoff return takes off up the left side of the field. No one there to stop him, and he crosses the goal line. Wildcats with a 57-22 lead headed into the fourth. The Red Devils trying to make something happen, but the pass is intercepted by Arian Gore. And finally, one more chance to score. Joseph Halim gets the ball, finds an opening, and floats past the goal line. The Wildcats improve to 3-0 on the season. They take this match winning 65-22. Arian Gore led the way tonight with 3 touchdowns.
St. Ignatius hosting Midi. Allie Williams here with the highlights. Early in the first, Wildcats' Natalie Lau sets for Claire Untalon, and she winds and fires off the back row. SI ties it at 4 apiece, but the Monarchs make some moves. Claudia Barbarossa to Kendra McDonald for the contested slam. Midi takes set 1, 25-13. To the second, Reese Reed sets for the Sandy Thomas soft tap. Great eye and doing it on defense too. 3 plays later, Sandy Thomas makes the big block up top. The Wildcats fighting. Sky Smolinski passes to Logan Stern for the set, and look at the sophomore. Soraya Newman drills it to the hardwood, but the Monarchs come out on top. Madison Hanahan to Kendra McDonald for another rocket. Mitty wins the second one, 25-16. Third set, and Mitty comes out swinging. Audrey Liddell shoots a laser cross court to the floor for the point. Some nice defense from the Wildcats in the third. A tough hit, but Rihanna Yadell pancakes to the floor and places it up for Sky Smolinski to set to Claire Untalon for the kill. Excellent sequence from St. Ignatius, but Mitty will break away. Reagan Dryden bumps and Madison Hanahan backsets back to Dryden. The kill stays just inside and the Monarchs win the match in 3. Kendra McDonald led the way with 14 kills.
Courtney Tatum will head into Atherton for girls water polo between Menlo and visiting Sacred Heart Prep. Gators start us off in the first. Natalie Zerba tosses it to Megan Newby. Megan drives to the goal, winds up, sends it home. Gators go up 1-0 early. Still in the first, Brienne's Lang passes to Natalia Zerba. Natalia lifts up, sends a rocket from deep to the back of the net. Another one of her 3 goals on the night. Gators up 4-0 at the end of 1. Now in the second, Menlo trying to get on the board. Malia Chavez then takes a deep shot to the back left. It's good. Scores 6-1 Gators. SHP still on fire this time. Brienne's Lang with the quick catch and shoot. Gators up 8-2. Now in the third, Clarion Suning to Charlotte Sume. Charlotte fires it in, and the Gators now with a 13-3 lead. Menlo on a run, scoring 3 goals in the fourth. Here's Erica Finio racing to get the rebound, and the backhanded rocket shot is good. Beautiful play. Scores 15-6 Gators. Finally, late in the fourth, Riley Harker tosses it in from deep, gets the goal with a few seconds left on the clock. Gators take the win 16-6. Gerber Lang and Newby led the way with 3 goals apiece.
Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Ricketts Center.
The players chosen from their performances in last week's games. Here are the Gary Ricketts Players of the Week.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness history.
Real talk.
Coming from the Ricketts Center. These are your Players of the Week.
De La Salle, been used to not compete, but licensed to end their streak. It was Juju on that beat. But let me tell you, was running through merchant cars. 24 carries, he charged 213 yards to help St. Francis pull off the impossible. The chances were not fully optimal on the rocky road to the Spartan goal. The Lancers were not holding popsicle. So brought the thunder so tropical. To the very end, it was hot cold, but he got the soul of how not to fold with the rock and roll to a pocket goal.
Hand it off to me, wait, no, hand it off to CB, cause VC had nothing for the runner coming from PB. Charles Brown Jr., the junior with the deep speed, 212 yards, seems hard, but it's looking easy. For CB, 3 TDs, 2 rushing and 1 receiving, overachieving's an understatement. What's the over and under on these things? Ain't no freebie, so make the right BET, guarantee we will see the young CB on TV.
These are your Players of the Week. Ramon Jamal, Mace, Trigger D.
U.S. Bank and 49ers Prep bring us the Charlie Wiedemeyer Coach of the Week award based on the games played last week. Here's
49ers starting fullback Kyle Juszczyk with this week's announcement.
Hi, I'm Niners fullback Kyle Juszczyk, here to announce this week's 49ers Prep presented by U.S. Bank Charlie Wiedemeyer Coach of the Week. This week's award goes to St. Francis High School head coach Greg Calcagna. St. Francis had a historic win over De La Salle to end the Spartans' 30-year, 318-game win streak against NorCal team. The Lancers sealed a 31-28 victory with a go-ahead touchdown in the final minute of the game. Coach Calcagna will receive a grant from the 49ers Foundation for his accomplishment. Congratulations to Greg Calcagna, this week's 49ers Prep, presented by U.S. Bank, Charlie Wiedemeyer, Coach of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great advice for athletes every week.
Here's 49ers team physician Dr. Tim McAdams with this week's tip.
Pain in the front of your knee is common in young athletes, especially when you do a lot of jumping, and especially now after COVID shutdown, where we have seen a rapid increase in activity level without an adequate ramp-up period. Jumper's knee, or patella tendonitis, is the term given to inflammation that occurs as the tendon comes off the bone, usually seen in older adolescents and beyond. Osgood-Schlatter's is the term for when the inflammation is located at the tibial tubercle. I usually see Osgood-Schlatter's in the younger athlete with open growth plates, which we call physes. Once you stop growing, the physes closes up and the issue generally resolves. Until that time, it is usually manageable with periods of rest and physical therapy, for a stretching and strengthening program.
Coming up, our first Sun Power Electric game is Marin Catholic takes on McClymonds.
And Piedmont Hills meets Lee in volleyball next.
The team approach that Stanford Healthcare took with my diagnosis was really the reason why I'm able to be where I am today.
Jeremy's condition was very unique in that he had a genetic hereditary variant called male patella syndrome. With Jeremy coming from pretty far away, we really wanted to keep tabs on his recuperation. Video visits really allows us to engage with the patient and then explore treatment options.
Moving forward, I've been able to engage in sports in a way that I've never been able to engage before.
The Rikus Center's Community Service Program in Menlo Park provides a unique opportunity for you to gain valuable leadership and life skills while working in a diverse and exciting environment. Whether you're looking to complete school service hours, gain relevant experience for a job or college, or immerse yourself in all the Rikus Center has to offer, our Community Service Program gives you the opportunity to engage your community, make meaningful human connections, and learn new skills in athletic fitness, creative arts, and nature awareness. Got goals? Come to the Rikus Center.
If we build this, all the players and fans will magically appear. I call it the Field of Fame. Of course, I'll have to tear down the garage, fill in the pool, and lose the trees. So can I get a loan?
So as your friend, I love it, but as your banker, not so much.
Let me talk to the friend.
You could always invest in a college fund.
No, my kids aren't going to college. They're going to work at the stadium.
Our kids are going to college. Football's back, and so are the fans.
My wife wants to build a college.
For nearly half a century, DevCon Construction has helped build, perform, design, and sustain the dreams of Bay Area schools. DevCon Construction's buildings and fields are the foundation for many of our finest schools. The exceptional quality of our finished product is a huge reason we are ranked as the largest builder in Silicon Valley, and why DevCon gets 95% of its business from repeat customers for future projects. DevCon Construction will continue to build our communities from schools to stadiums. Nearly half a century of quality service and a history of success.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member FDIC. By Stanford Healthcare. #1 in Northern California in orthopedics. By SunPower. Proud partner of the 49ers. And by Stevens Creek Chevrolet. Find new roads.
We are back at Levi Stadium with the Sun Power Electric game. The McClymonds Warriors look very strong again this season. Back off to a 2-0 start to the season.
Marin Catholic traveling to Oakland from Kentfield with a perfect 3-0 record and looking to keep rolling in the Sun Power Electric game. Our Jake Vanderbrook was there.
Electric game.
Welcome to the Mac House. Our first Sun Power Electric game features two dynamic teams that are looking to keep their winning streaks alive, Marin Catholic and McClymonds. For Marin Catholic, senior quarterback Michael Ignatius will look to lead the Wildcats to their 4th win of the season. Last week, he completed 13 of his 24 passes with 2 touchdowns in a 28-7 win over Casa Grande. But the Wildcats offense will be going up against a very talented Warriors defense who has only allowed an average of 7 points in their first 2 games. Who will keep their winning streak alive? It's Marin Catholic taking on McClymonds in our first Sun Power Electric game.
The Wildcats got off to a really fast start, just over a minute in the regulation. Charles Williams gets the handoff, and the sophomore punches it in from 2 yards out. 7-zip Mustangs, and the Mustangs cheer team is loving it. But the Warriors respond from that early touchdown. Dre Paul on a quick 3-step drop connects with Javion Cole on a screen pass, and he'll make his way in for 6, all squared away at 7 apiece. So we saw Dre Paul throw a touchdown pass, but this time he's going to do some damage with his legs. Here he is on the keeper, gets a few blocks, and the senior makes his way in for an 8-yard score. Warriors up 13-7. But Michael Ignatius says, anything you can do, I can do better. Scrambles his way from 2 yards out with the extra point. Wildcats retake the lead, but back come the Warriors. Dre Paul uncorks one to the end zone. He delivers an excellent ball. The Javion Cole from 33 yards out. McClymonds leads 19-14 at the half. Second half now, Dre Paul fires a short pass to Michael Dansby. He jukes the defender, then hits the B button on the Xbox controller and makes his way in for 6 more. McClymonds now lead 25-14. But Marin Catholic kept fighting in this one. Here, Ignatius hands the pigskin off to Andrew Ramos. and he muscles his way in from 3 yards out. With the 2-point conversion, it's now a 3-point ball game. The Warriors march back in the Wildcats territory and score. Here, Paul does the work himself. His second rushing touchdown on the night, 33-22 Warriors. Wildcats looking to stay in this game. Here they go for it on 4th down, but the Warriors defense come away with a big sack to seal the deal. The Warriors defeat the Wildcats 33-22. Big night for Dre Paul with 5 total touchdowns.
Felt good, felt confident once we put some points up on the board. And overall, it's a great feeling just coming out here with my teammates and just getting the dub. So it's really big to me, it's really big to my teammates, and I'm just thankful to be here and happy.
Reporting in Oakland with the SunPower Electric game, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Adrian Soriano in Pleasanton as San Ramon Valley takes on Foothill. Set 1 and the Falcons go Joe Modica to Katie Salonga to UCLA-bound senior Grace Olson, who spikes it off the block. SRV looking to stay in it. Audrey Ross bumps it. Dylan Soriano sets it, and Kendall Rogers smashes it to the hardwood. But Foothill would take set 1. Olson over to Salonga, and Katie sets it up perfectly for a Paige Bennett kill as the Falcons win it 25-18. On to set 2 now, and this time it's Bennett to Salonga to Olson for the big-time kill. The Wolves keep the set close. Soriano on the bump to Haley Bull, and Haley sets it to Claire Dealey for the finish, but Foothill would take a very close set 2. It's the Bennett to Salonga to Olson connection again as the Falcons win it 25-22. Foothill looking to keep the momentum rolling early in set 3, but Lucy Chertok leaps up high for the block. She's a freshman. The Falcons battle back later in the set. Olson bumps to Salonga, and Katie sets it up for Drury Jonalagata, and Drury puts it away. Then it's Olson to Salonga, then right back to Olson, and that one is not coming back as Foothill wins it in 3 straight sets. Grace Olson leading the charge with 14 kills.
Courtney Tate in San Jose for some volleyball action between visiting Piedmont Hills and Lee. First set, Longhorns on top. Abby Gwindy sets up Claudia Salquez for the slam down the baseline. Lee goes up 8-5. Later, the Pirates fighting back. Fiona Tang gets it over the Longhorns attack, but Jessica Bryant's there for the big block, and the lead is cut to 3, scores 18-15. Lee looking to put it away. Gwindy to Salquez for a nice hit right down the middle. The Longhorns take set 1, 25-16. Set 2, Longhorns with a hot start. Abby setting up Sydney Pista. Sydney slams it down the hardwood. She had 14 kills. Lee goes up 12-4. Dominance continued on. Sydney Pista on the return. Abby Gwindy chased it down, bumps it to Claudia for another one of her 10 kills on the night. Longhorns up 23-5. Lee took set 2, and we're heading to set 3. Piedmont Hills off to a great start. Jessica Bryant with one of her 5 kills on the night puts the Pirates up 7-4. Pirates ready to put it away. Fiona Tang to Isabella Villanueva. Isabella to Jessica Bryant again for a beautiful shot. Piedmont Hills wins set 3, 25-14 into set 4 with a great start. Pirates get it over, but Sydney Pista is there for a big stop. Lee goes up 12-2. Later on, match point, Sarah Kellerman bumps it to Abby Gwindy. Abby sets up Shelby Popejoy for the kill, and the Longhorns win the match 3-1. Pista led the way with 14 kills and 8 aces.
Each week, Albany's Construction brings us the Dirty Work play. This is a play with the same type of grit and determination shown by the good folks at Albany's Construction. This week's Dirty Work play goes to Kai Taylor. This is one of his 3 interceptions in the game for Pittsburgh last week. Kai Taylor doing the dirty work, just like Albany's Construction.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner each week, celebrating top cheer and dance teams, and sometimes a really outstanding band.
This week we feature the world-renowned amazing marching band from Pittsburgh High School.
Coming up to the peninsula we go as Burlingame hosts Homestead.
But first, here's this week's Cupertino Electric Power Rankings for Bay Area football.
How powerful is an Invisalign smile? So powerful, you can face anything, even these faces. Invis is a powerful thing. Invis is the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors and more predictable. Invisalign.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Kids these days. They're curious, creative, kind, and resilient. A generation of tolerant givers and doers, kids these days are redefining what it means to show their true colors and shine bright. At Clover the Rainbow, we're committed to powering their brilliance with nutritious, organic, American Humane Certified dairy and teaching them the importance of eating all the colors of the rainbow. Clover the Rainbow, power your brilliance.
From the beginning, West Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
West worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, West works for me.
West works for me wherever adventure takes us.
West Credit Union, let us work for you. Today, tomorrow, together.
Wow. No braces, everything's hands-free. I wasn't so lucky.
Invis is not your parents' braces. Invis is faster than braces, and the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors, Invisalign.
We're from Mountain View High School, and you're watching Cal High Sports. Yeah!
Back at Levi Stadium with the undefeated Burlingame Panthers hosting Homestead. The Panthers are led by impressive senior quarterback Ryan Call, who's thrown for 380 yards in 3 games this season.
Yeah, the Panthers are at home against a Homestead team led by junior quarterback Charlie Castaneda, who has thrown for 332 yards this season. The Panthers and Mustangs Friday night.
Allie Williams here with highlights, and the Burlingame student section is hyped for their meeting with Homestead. Burlingame scores first on a field goal and was a force on defense too. Gio Jokin with the big sack. Panthers would get back possession after the next play, and Ryan Call hits Lucas Habelt, and he sprints in for the score. Panthers extend their lead to 10. Mustangs try to get something going. Charlie Castaneda hands off to Evan Blandini. He races to the sideline for a good pickup, but the Panthers would get back the ball. Second quarter, Ryan Call hands off to Elijah LaGuardia. LaGuardia finds an opening and pushes his way downfield. Burlingame will get close enough for Ryan Call, the quarterback, to kick his second field goal of the night. He has the arm and the leg. Then a few minutes later, Call tosses to Lucas Habelt again, and this time Habelt gets within the 5. His run will set up the Panthers for Elijah LaGuardia to muscle his way in to put the Panthers up by 19 at the half. Burlingame would score again in the third quarter, but we go to the fourth, where we see some Homestead highlights. Derek Shearer takes the handoff from Charlie Castaneda, and he flies around the perimeter, finds some openings, and jukes his way back to center. No one catches him on this one. A 66-yard touchdown run for Derek Shearer, and the Mustangs are on the board. Then, with a minute and a half left in the game, Charlie Castaneda fires to Will Hook in the end zone. Homestead adds to their total, but the Burlingame Panthers prevail with a final score of 26-13. Ryan Call finishes his night with 2 TDs and 2 field goals.
Jake Vanderbrook in Cupertino as Monte Vista takes on Mountain View in a Santa Clara Valley League showdown. First set, Monte Vista down 1. Sydney Sue feeds a pass to the outside, and Kiana Mark delivers the boom. We're all squared away at 7 apiece. Later in the set, the Spartans get into a rhythm. Lydia Weeks bumps it over to Andisha Turner, and she gets this shot to go in the corner. Excellent placement there by the junior. Few plays later, Mountain View searching for set point, and they get it all thanks to Tessa Hunter, who lays the hammer down on this play. Spartans take set 1, 25-19. Second set now, Matadors looking to bounce back after dropping the first set. Mark gets another pass on the outside, and she goes cross court for the kill. The freshman had 10 kills on the night, but the Spartans close out the set on a high note. Sophie Scott delivers an excellent ball to Hunter, and she'll do the rest. 13 kills for the junior. Spartans win set 2, 25-23. third set. Matadors looking to turn it around. Spartans look to keep the volley going, but Marissa Jensen says, leave it on your side. Big block there by the senior, but Mountain View made a huge comeback in the third set from being down 24-20. They went on a 6-0 run, and Lyric Manson contributed to that run to take set 3, 26-24. Spartans improved to 6-1 on the season. Mountain View defeats Monte Vista 3-0.
U.S. Bank brings you stories of athletes who inspire us in all sorts of ways.
Courtney Tate joins us now with the story of a Sacred Heart Cathedral football player battling a rare ailment.
That's right, guys. When it comes to junior linebacker Robert Schaefer, it's mind over matter as he overcomes playing every day with a huge disadvantage. Rob Schaefer was a toddler when the doctors informed his family Rob would grow up with muscular disadvantages with no muscle growth in his quadricep.
When I was young, they just told my parents that I just had weakness in my legs. They didn't really know why or like how it happened.
When Rob was a young boy, doctors told Rob's parents the best treatment for this kind of muscle degeneration is to keep him active. Shortly after, sports became Rob's life.
They just told him to keep me active, so I started playing soccer like right away when I was about like 4 or 5. Then I stopped and started playing football. Picked up football freshman year, and then I played rugby last year.
Rob says there are some tough days being an athlete with his condition, but it doesn't stop him from accomplishing his goals.
It's never like kept me from doing anything I wanted to do, but there are definitely times when I can notice that I'm definitely having a hard time keeping up with some of the other people out there.
In fact, Rob's football coach says he admires Rob's work ethic as he brings a high level of toughness to the field every day.
Plays with great toughness and intensity, always, whether it's a first team rep, second team rep, a service rep, he's always there, and I just admire how hard he works.
Mouthpiece is in, hands on hips, ready?
Rob says his muscular disadvantages can weigh on him mentally, but keeping his focus helps get him through that.
You just gotta focus on yourself. Can't be comparing myself to other people on the team knowing they have like muscular advantages.
Other teammates and coaches at Sacred Heart Cathedral also do a great job of showing Rob support by making him feel equally a part of the team.
It's been great. They're so supportive. Nobody's ever said nothing, like never been made fun of here. All the coaches too, they could have kicked me off day one. So, I don't even have it. They stuck with it.
Coach McLaughlin says Rob's safety was the team's main priority when deciding to allow him to play, but once he saw Rob's determination, the coach was fully on board.
Our strength coach and I sat Rob down a few times, just kind of, giving him, what the potential outcomes are, but when he just bought in and wants to do it, we're going to support him with that. We're not going to put him in a situation where he's going to get hurt, but he wants to be a normal member of the team.
Many of Rob's teammates weren't even aware of his condition, saying they never hear him complaining or see him without a positive attitude.
It shows you like everyone goes through something, and you just gotta push through.
Rob is currently working hard to build up his strength in his legs because he's determined to get some good minutes this season and next.
I'm mostly just working on getting my legs stronger for next season and the seasons after that, just so I can keep up, so I can get playing time.
Now, guys, as much as Rob loves being on the football team, his dream is to play rugby at the next level.
All right, each week Wingstop honors Bay Area teachers who do such a great job.
Here's Gumjot Singh talking about his favorite teacher, Mary Legan.
So my favorite teacher is actually my Math 2 teacher, whose name is Mrs. Legan. She's my favorite teacher because she was extremely nice, and in math class, I was first because I skipped a year during summer. I found it a little bit difficult to do things in Math 2, but because she was my teacher, it made things very, very easy, and it made it also really fun and enjoyable. And it was pretty much my first class in freshman year that I thoroughly enjoyed because of Miss Legan.
Once again this season, Wingstop will be giving scholarships at the end of the season, honoring Wingstop owner Terry Blanchard. Terry passed away in April of 2020. Terry did great work in the community. These scholarships keep his efforts alive.
Coming up, Saturday football with two 3-0 teams as Menlo hosts Terra.
And we go to Cupertino, where the Lowell Cardinals take on Monte Vista when 49ers Cal High Sports returns.
Okay, so turn left. Take this right. Now pull into that parking space. Now put the car in park. Great, thanks so much. It's my lunch break.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Join us on the ice for the Bay Area's hottest sport. High school ice hockey leagues are forming now for the upcoming season. Be part of this fast-moving, hard-hitting, crazy, exciting game. You can join as part of your high school team or sign up to be assigned to a team. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations all around the Bay Area. Jump in anytime and join your friends on the ice. Be a part of Bay Area high school hockey. Contact Sharks Ice for more details and get into the game today.
1, 2, 3.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
We gon' get out what we got mad at. Many have tried, but many have failed. The 49ers got the livest fans in the NFL. I tried to tell them we back and we never left and we got heart. Levi Stadium starting to feel like Candlestick Park. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, we get it. By Wingstop, sauced and tossed classic wings, crispy tenders, juicy boneless wings. Order them all at wingstop.com. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by the Reiki Center, where goals and dreams become a reality.
We are back with a terrific Saturday matchup with two undefeated Peninsula teams. Terra at 3-0 features prolific passer Dominic Gordon, who led the Tigers with 233 yards in his performance last week.
Senior quarterback Sergio Beltran is having a huge season for Menlo. Beltran has thrown for 17 touchdowns this season. Two undefeated teams meeting on Saturday afternoon.
Adrian Soriano in Atherton as the Menlo Knights take on Terra Nova. Menlo driving down the field in the first. Sergio Beltran connects with Jack Geisler for a nice gain, but Corey O'Brien forces the fumble and recovers the loose ball, and the Tigers are in business. Terra Nova takes advantage of the takeaway as Dominic Gordon calls his own number. Dominic runs down the far sideline and makes his way into the end zone. 6-0 Tigers after 1. But Menlo answers back in the second. Beltran scrambles and throws on the run to Robbie Enright, who breaks a tackle and dives in for the touchdown. 7-6 Knights in the lead. Terra Nova trying to respond later in the quarter, but Avery Romaine and Ralston Raphael team up for the sack. The Knights would later force a safety, and it's 9-6 Menlo. Menlo looking to add some more points just before the half, but Dominic Tuyasasopo comes up with the interception, and Dominic will run it all the way to midfield to end the first half. Still 9-6 Knights at intermission. We skip to the fourth quarter now, and Ty Richardson takes the option pitch from Beltran, and Ty scampers into the end zone, and it's 15-6 Menlo Knights in the lead. Terra Nova trying to mount a comeback late. Dominic Gordon fires it over the middle to Nathaniel Bendo, and Nathaniel runs it all the way to the 32-yard line. The Tigers still driving, but the pass is picked off by Robbie Enright in the end zone, and that will do it as the Menlo Knights start off the season at 4-0. For the first time since 2016, Sergio Beltran leading the charge for the Knights.
The Lowell Cardinals driving down from San Francisco to meet Monte Vista. The Cardinals on the board first in the first. Adrian Navarro takes the handoff, follows a blocker, breaks a tackle, and he is gone. 54 yards in the first score of the game, 7-0 Cardinals. More Lowell as Reese Miller rolls right, looking into the end zone and hitting Jake Medikoff. 13-0 Cardinals. Monte Vista looking to come back. Priyaj Modi back to pass and connecting with his twin brother, Prathmesh Modi. A big game for the Matadors. The Matadors score on a short run. It's 13-6 Lowell. The Cardinals extend their lead, handed again to Navarro, and Adrian races in from 22 yards out, 20-6 Lowell Cardinals. Lowell looking for more, but stepping in front of the pass is Mohammed Mahmoud, and a nice return there. But Lowell gets the ball back, and Miller rolls out, and this is not a perfect spiral, but it gets the job done as Jake Medikoff makes the catch in the end zone, and Lowell takes a 26-7 lead. Monte Vista trying to get back in it as Grayson Mobley just runs over the defender and into the end zone, 26-13. Monte Vista trying to take that momentum into the second half, but it was Lowell taking charge, and again it's Navarro taking the handoff, and this time going 80 yards, part of a huge game for Navarro. One more time for the Cardinals, handed to Kevin Montesinos, 12 yards for the touchdown, and the Lowell Cardinals were very happy about their victory at Monte Vista. 53-14 was the final, a huge game for the running back Navarro. Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award each week, celebrating young people who donate their time to do good work in their communities.
This week's Volunteer Award goes to Mia Petrosella from Marin Catholic. Mia is a teen leader at Ceres Community Program, where she makes organic and medically tailored meals from scratch for people facing serious illnesses such as cancer, diabetes, and congestive heart failure. Mia explains why it's so important to help her community.
I think it's really important for people to get involved because it really teaches you a lot about other people. I've gotten to meet so many new people through Ceres, and I've learned just how even just going in for 2 hours a week helps people eat healthily, and it can really help people recover from whatever they're suffering with. So it's just important that we all kind of take that into account when we're thinking of what we can do with our time.
This season, Gallo Salami will help us find top recruits and find out where they stand in their recruiting process.
This week's Gallo Salami Big Salami is Sarah's Dominique Lampkin. The Padres quarterback has 3 offers he is considering, and he believes there will be more. Right now, the offers are from Illinois State, Fresno State, and Idaho. Dominique Lampkin, this week's Gallo Salami Big Salami.
Coming up, the high-scoring football Falcons put their unbeaten record on the line at Freedom.
And to the island of Alameda we go for Alameda and St. Joe's volleyball when 49ers Cal High Sports continues.
Welcome back to our NBC Sports studios, where the Foothill Falcons face a big test this week against Freedom. Foothill featuring outstanding senior quarterback Nick Walsh, who has thrown for an impressive 620 yards in 3 games this season.
Freedom continues its tough pre-league schedule with sophomore quarterback Taylor Edmond throwing for 566 yards in 3 games. Should be a passing extravaganza at Foothill Friday night.
The Foothill Falcons take the field, getting ready to host the Freedom Falcons. First play from scrimmage, quarterback Nick Walsh throws a pass to his left for Kenny Olson, who takes it up the sideline and scores 7-0 Foothill. The Falcons keep on going. It's Walsh looking to throw deep, and look at the great catch there by Olson again. That was nice. Next play, it's a run for Tony Shalachi, who will not be denied as he breaks tackles and scores the touchdown, 14-0. So in the first, Walsh runs the bootleg to his right, looks downfield. It's a deep pass up the middle to Chris Lawson, who hauls it in, and it's 21-0 Foothill. Last play of the first quarter, and Walsh throws into the end zone, and Shalachi once again, 28-0. Third quarter now, Olson on the run, breaking tackles as Foothill goes up by 49, and then late in the fourth quarter, Freedom not going down without a fight. Taylor Edmond hands it off to Marte Muldrow, who gets in, but all Foothill in this one, 49-6 was the final.
Back to volleyball, we have a crosstown rivalry in Alameda as the Hornets host St. Joseph Notre Dame. Jake Vanderbrook with the highlights. First set, Hornets look to set the tone early. Drew Bryant does exactly that with this kill. She finished with 8 kills on the night. On the other end, Pilots look to respond. Ashley Robin delivers a pass over to Sarah Carlson. Looks like the ball's going out, but it ends up getting touched, and forget about it. One of her 5 kills in this match. Alameda would storm back. Daisy Williams keeps the volley going. Michelle Gombader works a pass in the middle. Naira Mims does the rest. Hornets take set 1, 25-20. Second set, Hornets work the ball in the middle. Alita Busser goes with the tip, but Jasmine McDaniel comes away with a huge block, one of her 2 blocks in the contest. A few plays after that, Pilots starting to get into a groove. Robin delivers an excellent ball to Autumn Samaniego, and she lays the hammer down. Great shot there. But Alameda brought the intensity in this match. Here, Drew Bryant finds an opening near the back line. She gets the angle for the point. Hornets win set 2, 25-18. And the Hornets kept their foot on the gas pedal. Looks like Michelle Gombader is going to set up a teammate for a big spike, but she says, I'll just do it myself. Alameda takes a third set, 25-21. Hornets roll past the Pilots, winning this one 3-0.
The Harker School honors top athletes for their work in the classroom each week. This week's Harker Scholar athlete is Michaela Leong from the gun volleyball team. Michaela is outstanding on the court and even better in the classroom with a 4.5 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. 2 Harker alumni golfers shot well at the college level during the Dick McGuire Invitational in Albuquerque, as Catherine Zhu from the class of 2018, playing for Division I UC Berkeley, placed 26 out of 93 golfers. Meanwhile, 2021 grad and Division I golfer Natalie Vo also competed, finishing 38th while playing for the University of Colorado. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Remember, if you weren't able to be at the game, we have entire game videos available for purchase on our website at 49erscalhighsports.com. Order the game, we'll send you a download, and you have it forever. Be sure to check us out on social media for lots of fun content, including videos, news updates, and lots more. We're at 49ers Cal High everywhere.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get updates on when new videos are posted each week. We have videos going back several years, so go to our YouTube channel to find your highlights from the past.
Coming up, our second SunPower Electric game as Sacred Heart Prep battles Mountain View.
And later, it's Almaden rivals Leland and Pioneer. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
If we build this, all the players and fans will magically appear. I call it the Field of Fame. Of course, I'll have to tear down the garage, fill in the pool, and lose the trees. So can I get a loan?
So as your friend, I love it, but as your banker, not so much.
Let me talk to the friend.
You could always invest in a college fund.
No, my kids aren't going to college. They're going to work at the stadium.
Our kids are going to college. Football's back, and so are the fans.
My wife wants to build a college.
For more than 65 years, Cupertino Electric has been delivering power and possibilities. With offices throughout California and project sites throughout the U.S., Cupertino Electric today builds renewable, commercial, utility, and data center projects for some of the most influential companies in the world. Beyond that, we are a people company. We build family, communities, and meaningful careers. Visit CEI.com today or connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or other social sites to see our openings and join our team.
My name is Gary Reikus, and I'm the Executive Director and founder of the Reikus Center for Human Enhancement. Anyone can come regardless of their ability to pay and perform, and anyone is as important as anyone could possibly be. The staff here are the thing. So it's not me, and it's not the facility. The staff is what implements those values and helps the people make progress. So as a service organization that's trying to help someone accomplish their goals, I couldn't be prouder of what we're doing.
The Mountain View Spartans are looking very solid this season with a 2-1 record. The only loss, a 1-point decision at Mitty.
The Spartans this week hosting a talented Sacred Heart Prep team in what should be a tight matchup. It's our CCS SunPower Electric game, and our Adrian Soriano was there.
Electric game.
Mountain View wraps up its non-league part of the schedule against Sacred Heart Prep. The Spartans will look to establish their running game early, with running back Dylan Daniels leading the charge. The sophomore had a big game against Los Altos last week, scoring 4 total touchdowns. Sacred Heart Prep, meanwhile, will look to bounce back after a tough loss against St. Ignatius last week. The Gators will turn to senior running back Andrew Latu to spearhead their running game. Andrew has 164 yards and 3 touchdowns so far this season. Who will come out on top? Let's find out in our CCS SunPower Electric game. The Spartans get on the board first, hand it to Andre Guimaraes Jr., and Andre dives in for the score, 7-0 Mountain View. But the Gators answer back on their first drive of the quarter. Jack Harrell rolls to the right and throws on the run to Luke Rennert, who makes the catch, jukes his defender, and he is gone. 59 yards to the house, and the game is tied at 7. Second quarter now, and Mountain View retakes the lead. Give it to my man Dylan Daniels, and he scampers in for 6, 14-7 Spartans. SHP looking to tie it up again. Harold rolls to the left and connects with Renard again, and Luke will take it all the way inside Spartan territory. The Gators still driving, but the pass is picked off by Kevin Conway in the end zone as Mountain View takes a 14-7 lead at the half. Third quarter now, and it's Guimaraes Jr. on the handoff, and Andre punches it in for his second touchdown of the night, 21-7 Mountain View. But the Gators get those points right back. Handed to Luis Mendoza, who finds a hole, and Luis turns on the Jets, 65 yards to pay dirt, and it's 21-14 Mountain View Spartans after 3. To the fourth quarter now, and Diego Bunce drills a 37-yard field goal right down the middle. It's a 10-point lead. Sacred Heart Prep trying to rally back late. Harold fires it to Zach Fryer, who hauls it in and runs down the sideline all the way to the 1-yard line. Then a couple plays later, Luke Maxwell finds the end zone for 6, 24-21 Mountain View. The Spartans looking to ice the game late, and Drake Wilkening gets the handoff and the first down, plus some more yardage as the Spartans win it 24-21 to go to 3-1 on the season. Dylan Daniels talks about his linemen after the game.
I couldn't have done it without my line. Honestly, my line was all the credit goes to them. They were pushing upfield. I wasn't seeing nobody until I got to the linebackers. They controlled the ball. At the end of the game, we had the ball for 6 minutes. They couldn't get it, all thanks to my line. Without them, I couldn't have been able to get any of the yards. All the credit goes to them.
In Mountain View with the SunPower Electric game, I'm Adrian Soriano, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Nice crowd at Amador Valley to see the 6-1 Dons take on the 7-1 Carondelet squad. A high-scoring first quarter as the Dons take the lead with the double post as Katie Harris on the near post fires and scores. Down 2-0, the Cougars come back. Caitlin Brown to Lauren Hett and the junior attacker with a rocket, and we're tied at 2-all after 1. The Cougars take a 4-2 lead later in the first as Brown passes to Breen Tully, who winds up and fires it in from a very tough angle. Terrific shot there. But the Dons with the rally to finish the half. Emily Medinas also from a tough angle makes it 4-3. Then with time running out in the quarter, nice passing here by the Dons as Kelly Coutinho gets it to Lily Keegan, who just does beat the buzzer, and the Dons lead at 5-4 at the half. Third quarter, and the Cougars tie it at 5-all as Brown fires a left-handed rocket into the net, but the Dons take control from there. Hannah Walder tosses down low to Lauren Riley, who fights hard and gets the goal to make it 6-5 Dons. The Dons extend the lead here as Walder rises up and fires over the defender, perfectly placed as Amador Valley goes to 7-1 on the season. 5 goals for Walder in the game. Coming up, Almaden bragging rights on the line as Leland meets Pioneer.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric Power Rankings for volleyball.
It's always a big game when Almaden rivals Leland and Pioneer go at it. These teams with a long history of talented players with Pat Tillman, Brent Jones, and Rocky Dow playing for Leland.
Rocky Dow? Who's Rocky Dow?
1976, starting running back.
Wow.
Look it up.
That's
fantastic.
Awesome. Well, Pioneer had the Hoffman brothers, and of course, Austin Job, our favorite of, just kidding, my favorite. Austin
Job. One of the best Pioneer players ever.
Yes, best Pioneer quarterbacks. More great stars this year under the Friday night lights at Pioneer.
The Pioneer Mustangs hosting the Leland Chargers for the Battle of the Den. Midway through the first, Nathan Wright finds his 6'6" tight end, Nick Ames, who will not go down without a fight. It takes 5 Mustangs to finally bring him to the ground. Later in the drive, Wright snaps the ball and dives for the end zone, putting the Chargers on the board. The first quarter ends with the Chargers up 7-0. Early second, the Mustangs trying to get back in it, but linebacker Ryan Teeple says thank you very much. He gets the pick, leaving Leland with a great opportunity, and the Chargers take advantage of it. On that same drive, Wright, the quarterback, scrambles to his left, points where he wants to go, and finds Mark Ebby, who makes the catch and then spins off a tackle and fights for some extra yards there. And then at the goal line, Ebby gets the handoff and lowers his shoulder to get into the end zone and extend the lead to 14-0 Leland Chargers. With the clock winding down before the half, Axel Garcia throws it deep to Anthony Stupenkoff, who juggles the ball and corrals it in with one hand and makes a spectacular catch for Pioneer, but the Mustangs missed a field goal as time expired in the half. 14-0 Leland. Third quarter now, Ebby gets the handoff and scores his second rushing TD of the game. Mid-fourth quarter, running back Pierre Goldstein goes in motion, gets the ball, finds an opening, shakes off a few tacklers, and finds the end zone after a 33-yard run. The Leland Chargers win this rivalry, the Battle of the Den. 28-0 was the final.
Courtney Tatum will head back into Atherton for the boys' water polo game between Menlo and visiting Sacred Heart Prep. And in the first, Will Swart catches the ball, winds up, sinks it in the back right corner to put the Gators up 3-1. Later in the first, here's Greg Hildebrand, and the lob toss is in, and the score is 4-2 Gators, headed into the second. Sacred Heart Prep takes a commanding lead in the second. This time, Gavin West fires it in. The youth national team member had 6 goals on the night, and the Gators go up 7-3 at the half. Menlo with a hot start in the third. Greg Hildebrand gets the pass, spins, and skips it home. The score is 8-4 Gators. But SHP turns up the heat, 6 goals in the third. Here's Luke Johnston coming out of the water, singing it to the back left. Gators go up 13-5. Menlo getting back on the board in the fourth. Tommy Kiesling rockets it home, scores 14-6 Gators. Finally, SHP looks to put it away. Jack Vort driving to the net, shoots and scores, and the Gators with a big win, 18-7. Gavin West led the way this time with 6 goals.
Each week this season, AmeriWest Credit Union brings us athletes giving credit to people who have made their success happen.
Here's Ty Jones from Bishop O'Dowd.
The person I give the most credit to for my success is my mom, because she supported me in everything, whether it was sports, school, it didn't matter what. Tough times, good times, she was always there for me. And a quote that we've lived by ever since I was young was finish what you start.
DGDG.com wants you to be a happy car buyer, so each week we show you the Be Happy play.
This week's Be Happy play goes to Marissa Jensen from the Monte Vista girls volleyball team. Number 3 at the net is number 1 in our hearts with a big-time block, and they were pretty happy about it. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. I think it's going to be this play, but you're going to have to wait to find out.
But first, here is this week's training tip from our good friends at the Riker Center.
Hi, my name is Jonathan. I'm a trainer here at the Riker Center, and today's training tip is how to release the bottom of your feet. Today we're going to be using a little crossball. Jeremy here is going to grab the ball, place the ball underneath his feet. He's going to roll it from the ball of his feet all the way down to his heel about 6 or 7 times. This should help out with any like foot pain or morning pain if you have pain like that. After that, he's going to let go of the ball, cross his feet over. He's going to grab his stills and pull him back. And you should feel a stretch on the arc of your feet.
Service by Medallion brings us the Play of the Week award. All the winners vying for the Play of the Year and the coveted championship belt.
Championship belt. I want one of those.
The Service by Medallion championship
belt. Have to figure out how I can win a Play of the Week.
Yeah, not going to happen.
First off, we'll show you some contenders, and then we will name the best play from this past week.
We start off with Pittsburgh's Charles Brown Jr. leaping up high for the over-the-shoulder catch, and that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. Here's Menlo's Erica Fenyu beating the goalie and showing off the backhand shot. But the play of the week goes to Anthony Stupenkoff from Pioneer. Anthony tipping the ball to himself and making the catch with 2 defenders on him. One more time, Anthony Stupenkoff, you just won Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Stay right there. Highlights from the thrilling 5-set volleyball match with St. Francis and Pleasant Grove coming up next on 49ers Sac High Sports right after this break.